Right, I've just changed my resolution. Right, I've changed the resolution and gone live again. I don't know if that's any better than it was. Let's try it. Because it dropped down to a very low resolution for some reason. I changed it, I upscaled it to 640 by 480. I don't know if it's any better, but yeah, Hyde, yeah. You've only been doing it a week, yeah. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, I was just gonna show you this little piece that I cut off, right? It's on the rubber. There's a little piece of metal on the rubber that I cut off. That's how extra. That's a tiny little bit of extra. That's what I cut off with this. This cutting disc. That is how thin I was able to cut a piece of metal. I mean, that in itself is quite an achievement. I mean, I cut a thin piece of metal that thin. I mean, that's like a millimetre. That is about a millimetre. I couldn't do that with a hacksaw, that's for sure. So if I was trying to cut a millimetre with a hacksaw, I'm quite impressed with this disc. It's very, very good. I need to pull this back a bit and rub this into this bin. I just don't know what's going on with this resolution. It's just weird. Oh, it might be because I'm not. I know what it could be. It's because I don't have much light on. That's what it is. I haven't got much light at the moment. That's what's causing the problems, I think. Now I am going to attempt. I'm going to find a bit of that. A bit of that ferrite, that scrap ferrite. I'm going to see if I can cut any. Right, this is the ferrite that a Chinese guy sent me that was all smashed up. It's in tiny bits. So I'm gonna take a piece of this I am going to see if I can cut it with this diamond cutting thing. There's quite a lot of it in here actually. Now I'll be very impressed if it can cut that. I need something a little bit harder to slide it along though, because I've got my rubber. I really want something that something flat that I can rest it. Oh, I know what. Hang on a minute. Right, I'll stick this piece of metal on here, on my rubber, and I'll put my piece of ferrite on it. Now, can I cut this ferrite? That is the question. Let's find out. I need to get it square. Let's find out. Oh, it's moving. Has it made a dent in it? Not that I can see. Not yet, anyway. Oh, this metal's not doing the trick, it's slipping too much. I'm just going to hold it on the rubber. Wow, it's cutting it. Blooming heck. Look at that hide, it's cutting ferrite. Ferrite is extremely hard. You can see the light through the cut where I've just made. I need to put my hand behind it so I can see properly. I just cut that slot in this piece of ferrite. That is impressive. And I was worried I couldn't cut it. I've tried cutting this stuff with a hacksaw blade before and absolutely no chance. I even went to an engineering firm and asked them, I said, can you cut me a piece of ferrite? And they said, oh, don't think so. That is pretty impressive actually. I need to cut that off all the way now, have a straight edge. Ooh. I cut that whole piece, I've got a straight edge. I have a straight edge now. That is impressive. You know what this means? It means I can actually cut some pieces of ferrite to do certain jobs in my builds. It makes it possible for me to cut little pieces of ferrite and use them as ferrite switching. That is really, really cool. I need to cut that broken bit off there though, because there's a piece that's been broken. I need to cut that bad piece off. And that's the little piece I just cut off. There's a tiny little splinter. Might have been that because it's just junk. So basically I can actually make use of some of this now. Actually I need to cut this down one side, closer to the end. Cut that. If I cut that through, I'll just get rid of that broken bit off the end there. Tell you what though, it's messy stuff. I've got black stuff all over my table now. Let's just get this one, trim this one up. So I'm basically just trimming up broken pieces right now, just to make them useful. Well, that worked pretty well. Now I have a decent piece of ferrite wafer. It's not perfectly square, but I can certainly get it square if I need it to be. So what was originally what was broken, useless material is now something that's I could actually make use of, you know. And there's another broken piece there. That's a scrap bit I just cut off. And that was actually faster than steel. I'm quite surprised. I was able to cut that pretty fast. And this is another jagged broken piece there. So that wants to be straightened out as well. It might be a good idea to put my mask on though, because it's black and I don't want to breathe that stuff in. See if this light will help a bit, because it's I need my other glasses on actually, because These glasses aren't very good for close-up stuff. So this whole bag of broken bits of ferrite are going to find a new use. Can't believe that the Chinese just seem to deliberately smash stuff up for some reason. Flipping glasses are steaming up. one piece has come off. Where's the other bit gone? Oh, it's sticking to my drill. Ah! Flipping magnetic. I forgot about that. Yeah. Well, I have some useful, oh look at this black stuff, it's everywhere. Oh, I need to pick it up with a magnet, I think. That torch has gone totally flat. I think I need to wash my hands. Right, so if I stick a magnet behind this lot, I should be able to pick all that up. Yep. I think I'm going to need a new cutting mat soon. Well, I'm going to wash my hands. I've got quite a few of these cutting discs, and I bought a whole set of them, and I'm very glad I bought them. I'm going to wash my hands, and I'm going to wash my rubber, because my rubber's gone black too. Oh. Well, what was a black rubber is now white again. Almost. I think I'll get a file and file it a bit because it wants cleaning a bit. Rubber. The rubber's got some crap on it still. I just want to wear that crap off. It's going to break if I'm not careful. So I've had this rubber a long time. You wouldn't believe how long I've had it. I guess I don't use erasers very much, but I just want to wear the old part of the rubber off and bring it back up to normal. I suppose you call them erasers in the US. Well, they call them erasers here too, but I'm just old fashioned, I guess. Oops, don't want to break my cutting disc. I hit it with a file. Oh. I tell you what, this eraser thing, rubber, whatever you want to call it, it's had some hammer over the years. Literally, I use it sometimes. I put it on objects and hit it with a hammer. I don't have a rubber hammer, you see, so it kind of serves that purpose as well. Right, I've got that all cleaned up. This side wants sorting out. And it's in the right state. Oh, that's better. Well, it's like new. Almost like new. Got a crack in it. I need to super glue it back together. Oh dear. Maybe I should just go out to the shop and buy a new one. The thing is, rubber deteriorates over time, and if you don't wear off the old stuff, the whole thing can crack. That's better. I've got a pile of rubber now. Yeah. That's better. A bit more on there. That ink must have soaked right in. Wow. That's not bad. It's starting to tear, you see, on this bit. There's a little crack there. I think I'll super glue that together. I think my bin wants emptying. Okay, let's see if I can super glue that. It should do. If I just open it a bit more. Okay, that's good enough. It won't split anymore now. It was starting to crack, you see. Well, now that I've sealed it with some super glue, it shouldn't break any further. That looks good. Right, it's workable again. Oh my god, look at the crap I've just picked up over there. Huh. I need to split these now. I should be able to twist them in my pliers and break them apart. Right, I'll take the rubber band off first. Now if I put them in the pliers, I should be able to just twist. Oh, there we go. That worked pretty well. Hey! That worked great. Trouble is, they've all got blooming super glue on them. Never mind, I can soon get that off. They're all the same length now. Oh, I've got an idea. I'll just wash them in acetone. Yeah, that'll work. Find an empty container. Oh, that's still got the rubber bands in. I've got rubber bands in acetone, which I forgot about. Ooh. Well, at least it didn't melt. The rubber band, I mean. See if I can wipe it off with this. Oh, I tell you what, because the reason I did that was because there was super glue. There was super glue on this rubber band, and I kind of like this rubber band. It's a big, strong one. Now I'm just going to have to leave it to dry out because I'm pretty sure it's full of acetone right now. This camera's too low. There we go. It'll dry out. I'll stick it round the camera. Right. Now this container is, yeah, it's got acetone still in it. I'll stick them in there. It'll wash them. Get all the super glue that was on there off. I'll just let them soak. Oh, time for another cuppa. I'll change my glasses over because I'm like a blind bat with those on when I'm walking around. I think I can take my cutting disc out of here now. Why not get it undone? God, that's tight. Oh, God, that was tight. And just to show you my adapter, now this is my adapter. I just put it in here like this, tighten that other one up. My new collet adapter, I mean. Put it in the drill and the big collet, and this end has got a tiny collet. And when I tighten this up, it's nicely in true as well. It's perfectly in true. Well, it's like perfect-ish. It's not. If I loosen it a bit and I move it, it's perfect. Just turn it a bit. It should be right now. Oh, I've got a bit of wobble, and it's not quite located right, but I'll just loosen that a minute and find the centre point. Because the collets look a bit weird the way they hold things. Let's tighten this up again. That is perfectly true now. Now if I plug that into the power again, oops, it should be, it's true. It's not wobbling, I don't think. Nice and true. That's how true it is. Oh! God, I caught my nail a bit there. I really like this collet thing. It's really good. I've got a whole set of different sizes to go with it as well. And I don't have to change on the main collet. Just take it out when I'm done. Plug my thing back on, back to standard. That is a nice thing. And to take this collet out, just loosen that one. Take the collet out the middle, put another one in, and yeah, I got a whole set of them. Another one there, it's a bigger hole. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, plus the one that's already here. I've got 4 of these all together, 4 different sized collets. So this is the smallest one, which I've left in. This one's the next size down. I'll just put this back on here a minute. That's the next size down. Right, I'll hold them all actually so you can see all different sizes. I've got this flipping thing on right in my face on the computer telling me it's too hot. There we go. So these are all the different inserts, collets that I can put in when I need different drill sizes. I'll tell you something, I can actually get some pretty big ones. There's some pretty big drills I can get in there, much bigger than what I've currently got, because the current largest collet that's in my existing drill, if you look at that, that's actually smaller than that one, I think. And this is the biggest one that came with my original drill. So, technically speaking, it's a bit closer. I should be able to get quite a big drill bit in there. So if I put this thing back in here, tighten that up a bit, get it true again. Oh, it is true, it's bang on, look, really true that. Now I should, in theory, be able to put a really big drill in there. Oh, I haven't swapped the collet over yet, hang on, let's take the small one out. Oop, there it goes, fell out. Let's put this really bigger one in. Now I should be able to get a standard drill in there. Let me get my drills. Hang on. A big one. Should be able to do. I should be able to get a 3mm. Is it a 2mm drill in there, which is quite big. And I had trouble getting this 2mm drill in my other one, but will it fit in here? Wow, it does. Look, I can actually get a 2mm drill in my mini drill, which I couldn't do before. Look at that. Oh, it's a bit wobbly though. Maybe it's because I bent it, I don't know. Let me just, it shouldn't be wobbly really. Might be the shank of the drill bit though. That's funny. Oh, it's pushing it. It's on the limit. I'll probably need the next size down actually for that one. Right, just a minute. I'll put the next size down in, and then it should fit. Yeah, it's going to be better. Right. Okay. Tighten that up a bit. Let's see. Yeah, that's a bit wobbly too. And maybe it's my drill that's just bent. This actual drill could be bent a bit. I don't know. It doesn't feel. Even that feels a bit too big. Hang on a minute. No, I can't undo it now. Take that. I'll just swap it out for the other one. I should be able to get a 3mm drill in there. Let's find this one. Let's try this one. That's too small. No, that was, I think that one was the smallest. Let's try a 3mm drill anyway, because I could never get a 3mm drill. Oh, it's still in my big drill. Hang on a minute. Right, get it out of here. I should be able to get this 3mm drill in here. Wow. Hang on. Oh, I've taken my collets out. Hang on. Right, biggest one is... I'll just find out which one of these is which. That one feels a bit small. Oh, maybe I've squeezed them down too much now. Hang on. That one's supposed to be bigger, but I've squeezed it down a bit when I tightened it up, I think. Oh yeah, this will fit. I just need to... There we go. Right, this one will fit. 3mm. I've never had a 3mm on my mini drill before. Wow, that is cool. It's alright for drilling resin. I doubt if I can drill steel though, but I don't know if I got it trued up properly. These collets, you have to move them slightly to get them lined up. It's the way they seat. Now look, it's worse than ever now. You have to put them in and twist them a bit just to get them to seat right. Now I've got it wobbly. Even the brand new collets. That's better. I'll just... God, I must be careful not to tighten this too much because I've got them... You've got to get them seated. It's really weird. That's why I need a proper one of them adjustable chucks, because they seem to be a bit better. Ah, I don't believe it. There seems to be, they seem to have a bit of a wobble factor, some of these drills. If you get too far outside the size limit, they do seem to wobble a bit. Oh, I see, I've got to move the other one. So it's the bottom one that wants tightening a bit. Let me get this one right. Oh, what have we done now? It's even worse. Oh. It's the junction between this drill and that drill that's giving me some problems. That's not bad. Let's power it up and see. I need more coffee, I think. Yeah, it works. That's pretty good. That's with a 3mm. I could never ever get a 3mm in this original socket. So that's a 3. Oops. And if I take this collet out, I should get the 2 in as well into that one, which I think I just did, but let's try it again. Because I think the wobble was caused by the bottom end, not the top end. Or maybe it was the top end, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to switch it on, see what it goes like. Oh, that's good. That feels really balanced. I want to try this out on something. What can I drill? I'm going to find some bit of scrap resin or something to drill into, because that's what I'll be using it for. Oh, I know what. My starship coils. I could do with a hole right in the middle. You know, when I want to put a tiny piece of metal in there. I've always been mean to put a hole in this, so let's see if I can actually drill a 3mm hole right through the middle. There's no wires in the middle, by the way. Getting in the middle is the trick though. I'm just gonna have, I'll try and dimple it with my compass. I need to hold it up to the light a minute. Right, is that a middle? I think it is. Let's see. Oh shit, I think I moved. I need some light, I can't see what I'm doing. That's the middle, right. I'm just going to dimple it so that my drill doesn't wander. That should work. Is that the middle? Let's see. Yeah. Right, that's the middle. Stick my drill in it. Alright, now turn it on. Ooh! Look at this! Oh, cool! That is so cool. I'm through. I'm right through. Now that I've got a hole in my starship coil, I could make that hole a bit bigger now, and then I can actually put a core in the middle of the starship coil if I need to. Let's put the next size drill in. I don't need that, I keep forgetting. Let's put a 3mm in. Oops. I lost it now. Where's the 3mm one? Must be that one. Yeah, that's the bigger one. I want the bigger 3mm in. Is it balanced? Just wants a good bit of a nudge and then I'll tighten it up more. It's not quite in the middle. There's a bit of give in the shaft that connects the two together as well. Just getting it, just nudging it a bit, and it balances out. That's too much. That's balanced. Right, okay. Now I'm going to make that hole a bit bigger. This is all just a test, by the way. I can just hold it in my hands now. It's not very powerful, so it's got stuck. There, I'm through. That's why I didn't want to drill any steel, because it wouldn't be able to do that. Because this drill isn't that powerful, but it can drill resin, no problem. I've got my hole through all the way through, and it's bang in the middle as well. I'll just show you what I mean. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, maybe that's too bright. Hang on. I'll back the light off. It's right between the coils in the centre. Right between the coils in the centre. And just to make sure that I haven't damaged any of the coils, I will do a continuity check as well, which I don't think I will have done because I'm well away from them. Right, DC ohms, let's just check the windings are good. Yeah, 6.6 ohms. That's what it's supposed to be. So that's 6.6. And I'll tell you something, I'll be interested in testing these Starship coils on my device sometime, just to see what current it goes up to as well. Actually, while this is running, I could actually connect this just temporarily to the output and see what happens to the current in driver circuit. If anything, it will trip my polyfuse. I'm just going to hold the wires on there just to see. Ooh, it killed it. It went up to 150 milliamps. Oh, it doesn't like that. Yeah, there was the DC ohms is 6.6 ohms. The coils on my device are actually 30 ohms, so there's a big difference in the. Also, the frequency of this will be completely different. It will have a much higher frequency. Anyway, at least I've verified that this thing works properly, and I'm happy with it. I need to take the big drill out now. It comes out easy enough. I'll take this thing out as well. go. Easy to dismember. I think I'll put the smallest one back in because that's the one I'm going to be using more likely than anything. Which is the smallest one? I can't think now. Oh, I keep knocking them over. I bet you're going to go to bed, Hyde. I'm going to check the chat. Okay, yeah, I'm psychic. Good night. Sleep well. Oh, that's the smallest one. I'll stick that one back in here. Ready for when I do some circuit board drilling. Put the rest of them back in the bottom. Right, these can go back in the drill box, the big drill box thing. And I think that's about it for my live streaming. So tonight I've accomplished quite a bit. I've managed to cut ferrite. I managed to cut ferrite with my cutting disc, and I sorted out my steel pieces. And I think I'll put these bits of ferrite in my drill box because they'll be handy at some point. I'm going to need them at some point, and I'll know where they are now. You see, drilling big holes in these little starship coils I didn't fancy using a great big massive hand drill to do it. It's a little bit too much brute force. It worked really well with this tiny hand drill. And now I can put cores in, even a drill. I can use a drill as a core. Oh, that's surprisingly centered as well. Oh wow, that is quite surprising how good center I got on that. Much better than I expected. I didn't expect to get that centered. Anyway. Drawers can go away. And I think that's the end of the stream for now.